If you love peanut butter cookies but aren't a fan of the dry, crumbly texture, then these cookies are definitely going to be the ones for you. So to start this off, we're going to first start by creaming together our dark brown sugar and peanut butter. And you're really going to want to use dark brown sugar for this because the dark brown sugar, it has a layer of richness and deepness that's really going to help these cookies. And also the added moisture level of the dark brown sugar itself with its molasses content is also going to help us keep that ooey gooey center that we really want. And to this we're going to add our 2 eggs and egg yolk along with our vanilla extract. And you're going to want to make sure this is all well and mixed together. Oh, and you know I put the butter in these peanut butter cookies. But you don't want to mix it together too much to where you're actually beating a lot of air into this. Again, we're not looking for light and fluffy cookies. We're looking for really dense and gooey fudgy cookies. And now for our dry ingredients. And here I'm going to use about a 50-50 blend of cake flour and all-purpose flour, as well as a little dash of cinnamon, again just deepening the flavors here. And the reason I'm using a 50-50 blend of cake flour and all-purpose flour is because the cake flour's low protein content is really going to help us keep this cookie nice and tender. And now we're going to slowly fold in our flour into our wet ingredients, and really take your time with this step. Make sure you get all of the flour nicely folded in. And once all the flour and dry ingredients are nicely folded in, I'm going to separate my dough into 2 parts. That's because I'm going to use 2 different kinds of fillings. And now speaking of fillings, I'm going to use pretzels because I feel like the salty pretzel is going to go really nice with the peanut butter cookie. And so I'm going to throw them in a bag and really beat the hell out of them. And while I'm exacting revenge on these pretzels, comment down below what you think would go really nice inside of these cookies. And now, as I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, I really do love peanut butter cookies, but I was never a big fan of how dry and crumbly they were. So after doing a good bit of searching online, I found this bakery in Brooklyn, New York called Levin Bakery, and they make these absolutely monstrous chocolate chip cookies that are so large they seem to get a nice crusty exterior while maintaining an almost cookie dough like interior, which is exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for here. And one of the ways I feel they achieve this is just by simply making the cookies absolutely massive. These cookies are going to be 5 to 6 ounces, which are absolutely massive and will be a meal in and of themselves. And another technique I'm implementing here is I'm actually going to freeze the balls of cookie before I bake them. This is going to ensure the outside bakes fairly quickly while leaving the inside still nice and gooey. I'm also going to bake them at a fairly high temperature, 425, for a good amount of time, about 20 to 25 minutes, and this will again ensure a nice crispy exterior while maintaining a very gooey interior. And speaking of that gooey interior, right out of the oven you do not want to touch these at all. Okay, this is important. Just resist the urge, leave them on the pan for at least 5 to 10 minutes. This is because the outside will be nice and crunchy, but the inside will still be very soft, as you can see here. And oh my god, is this bitch thick. And I mean, just look at it. It came out exactly the way I had wanted it to. A nice crunchy exterior with a nice gooey and fudgy interior. And I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask out of a peanut butter cookie like this. And thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely comment down below what you think of the recipe. Like and subscribe. Follow me on my social media pages to get a behind the scenes look at my recipe development process. And these cookies are definitely a great example of that. Took a lot of different test batches to really dial in the recipe. Anyway, thanks guys again, and peace.